Hi everyone. So hope everyone is doing fine. Welcome to our channel. Myself is CMA Vikita and I am a faculty for EIS. I have been teaching EIS since many years and now today's lecture we are going to do and understand about what we had given exam. EIS का जो एग्ज़ाम था जुलाई अटेम्प्ट में CA जुलाई अटेम्प्ट 2021 we are going to just have a paper review. Okay, paper review is why because आप लोगों को समझ में आएगा कि वो सब क्वेश्चंस कहाँ से कौन से चैप्टर से आया है एज वेल एज यू गोइंग टू नो व्हाट आर द सजेस्टेड आंसर्स फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, सो नाउ as you people would have seen my lecture last week, I had posted it on Wednesday. It was about the paper strategy of EIS. ठीक है, लाइक EIS को कैसे पढ़ना है, स्ट्रैटेजी कैसे बनाना है एंड लाइक यू नो EIS का 50 मार्क्स का पेपर है, फिर उसमें डिवाइड होता है MCQ 15 marks and you have the other subjective part and how it is 6, 4, 8, 2 or how is the methodology of the marking system. ये सब हम लोग वो वीडियो में किए हैं. अगर by mistake also you have missed that particular video, so you can just click on the I button and then you can just check on with that video and then come back to this video and enjoy this video. So you must be knowing the question paper. What I have done is I have given in this particular sheet, I have given you the whole question and the answer. Okay, we will go point by point and question by question and understand. Please make sure that you stay up to the end so that you get all the answers about how to write about a related question. Okay. So the first question here we have, before I start with the first question, like you must be thinking that ma'am is directly going with the first question. हाँ, why? Because हम लोग का जो 15 marks है ना MCQs वो disclose नहीं किया and they have not given us in our websites. So we have got a question paper from part 2. Okay, so here we are going to discuss about part 2 and the first question is saying about business intelligence. It's all saying about a business intelligence का meaning दिया है. ठीक है, business intelligence is a technology driven process for analyzing data and presenting actionable information to help corporate executives, business managers and others end users to make more informed business decisions. So what is this? This is a definition. ठीक है, ये definition दिया है. फिर उसके बाद हम लोग को दिया है question, list out the benefits of business intelligence in an organization. It's a 3 marks question. So as given, हम लोग का मेन पॉइंट क्या है? मेन पॉइंट यह है कि हम लोग को आंसर लिखना है लिस्ट आउट द बेनिफिट्स ऑफ द बिजनेस इंटेलिजेंस इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. ठीक है, तो हम लोग का बेनिफिट्स क्या है? The answer should be such: the potential benefits of business intelligence program include accelerating and improving decision making, optimizing internal business process, increasing the operational efficiency, driving the new revenues and gaining competitive advantage over the business rivals. Okay, over that you also need to write these points so that you get a 3 marks, exactly 3 marks on it. ठीक है, give me a comment from which chapter is this particular question from. It is from chapter number 2. Okay, next let's go to the next question, that is briefly discuss the characteristics of core banking system. This particular question is of 2 marks and it is saying about the CBS characteristics. It's a direct question from chapter number 5. So we have briefly discussed the characteristics. We have so many characteristics. We need to write a minimum of 4 or 5, 4 to 6, so that you get a correctly 2 marks. answer. Okay, so what do you write? Online real-time processing, transactions are posted immediately, centralized operations are done, then business and services are productized, there is remote interaction with the customers and highly independent system-based controls and so on, right? Okay, let's go to the next question, that is question number 2. अच्छा, क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 क्या बोलता है? क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 ये बोलता है, ये छोटा सा लाइक दे हैव गिवन अ स्मॉल केस स्टडी टाइप ऑफ थिंग एंड देन दे हैव कम टू डायरेक्टली अ क्वेश्चन दैट इज सेइंग अबाउट ब्रीफली एक्सप्लेन एनी 6 ड्रॉबैक्स और यू कैन से disadvantages of digital payments. ठीक है, what are digital payments? You people know digital payments, पता है आपको, like how you do a payment in a digitalized manner. So they are asking here, question is they are asking what are the 6 drawbacks. ठीक है, तो हम लोग 6 drawbacks लिखना पड़ेगा, 6 मार्क्स के लिए 6 ड्रॉबैक्स तो लिखना पड़ेगा. नॉट ओनली यू राइट ओनली द मेन पॉइंट्स, यू नीड टू जस्ट एक्सप्लेन इन 1-2 लाइन्स सो दैट यू गेट प्रॉपर एग्जैक्ट मार्किंग. ठीक है, तो उसका आंसर क्या लिखना है आपको? डिफिकल्ट फॉर नॉन टेक्निकल पर्सन. सी नाउ फॉर एग्जाम्पल द पर्सन इज अ ओल्ड मैन or a person who doesn't know how to use phones, then it will be difficult, right? And it is a risk of data theft. ठीक है, then overspending, yeah, because sometimes what happens is, for example, you want to buy something and you try to buy that, but you get a notification that if you buy another product with this product, then you will get this much of discount on that particular product you want to buy. You have to spend more amount of it so that you get 2 products. Okay, so it is overspending. Then comes disputed transactions, then comes increased business costs, then comes the necessity of internet connection. If you do not have internet connection, then you cannot do a net banking or a UPI payment. You cannot do a phone pay or any other wallet payments. Okay, so that was question number 2 and this question has come from chapter number 4. Okay, next coming to question number 2. I hope everyone is watching. सब लोग देख रहे हैं, क्यों? Because जो लोग नवंबर अटेम्प्ट में दे रहे हैं उन लोग को एक आइडिया आ जाएगा, अच्छे से आइडिया आ सकता है. You get a proper knowledge of it. Next is the question is internal control, no matter how effective, can provide an entity with a only reasonable assurance and not about assurance about achieving entities operational, financial reporting and compliance objectives. Explain any 4 inherent limitations. Okay, so what you have to write? Internal control का limitations. ठीक है, so these are the limitations of internal control. See, the management considers it as a cost of internal control. There is a lot of cost you have to put. Then the fact of internal control does not tend to be directed at transactions of unusual nature. The potential for human error such as carelessness, distraction, mistakes and so. The possibility of circumvention of internal controls due to collusion of employees. There is a fight between the employees. Then the possibility that a person responsible for exercising an internal control could abuse the responsibility. Then manipulations by the management with respect of transactions. This particular question is of 4 marks, so you need to write minimum 4 or 5, then only you get a proper marking. Okay, next comes the question number 3. This question is from chapter number 3. What it says about data mining. You need to write the steps, different steps involved in the data mining process. It's a 6 marks thing and it's a very very beautiful question. It's a direct question from your okay, from your study material. So these are the steps. You have to first go with integration, then you have to select, then you have to clean, then you have to transform the data, then you have to mine the data, then you have to bring with proper knowledge. Pattern evaluation should be done and there will be a different decisions from this particular data mining process. Okay, so this is how you need to write the answer, right? Next comes the question number 3b. That is, it is saying about the risks and controls related to the technological and in the ERP. So there are risks associated, and if there are risks, there will be some control measures on that particular risks. So it is saying about the aspects software, it's saying about technological obsolescence, it's saying about enhancement and upgradation, application and portfolio, and how in application and portfolio, how in enhancement there is risk, how there is risk related to the software and technology, and if there is risk associated, then how can these risks be controlled. That's the most important part of the answer. Okay, so this is one question number 3b. Okay, it's saying about the technology risks, so this is one important part. Next comes the question number 4, which says about CBS, the implementation stages of CBS. It's a beautiful question. Why? Because it's a sure question. It is from the book only. So these are things like planning, approval, selection, decision, like design, then testing, then after testing you need to implement it, after implementation you need to maintain it, you need to support it, and you need to update it. These are things which you should make sure it should be done, then only the CBS will work properly, right? Next comes the question number 4, which says about the cloud computing, and it says about one of the part of cloud and cloud computing environment, and it says about the characteristics of cloud environment. Okay, so yes, it is saying about the characteristics of a hybrid cloud. Okay, so first let's you need to understand what is hybrid cloud. It's a combination, it's already given, it's a combination of a private cloud and a public cloud. Okay, so what are the characteristics? The characteristics are as follows: it is scalable, it is partially secure, it is stringent, SLAs are used, and the complex cloud management is a very important part of the hybrid clouds. Okay, next comes the question, the last question, which is the question is saying about the business process automation, and it says about the chapter number 1. Okay, here it says about what are the different processes it should be automated. See, here is answer: the processes involving high volume tasks and repetitive tasks should be automated. The processes requiring the multiple people to execute work should be automated. Time sensitive processes should be automated. And it also asks in the second half of the question, that is कि वो 3 challenges क्या है बिजनेस ऑटोमेशन का. ठीक है, तो challenges क्या है? Let's understand. The challenges are automating redundant processes, defining complex processes, then staff resistance are the 3 different challenges which are faced by the business process automation. ठीक है, अगर ये आप लिख लोगे तो पूरा मार्क मिल जाएगा आपको अच्छे से पूरा, like perfect. If you write this particular thing, perfect marks you get. Okay, next particular question is question number 5b, which says about the disadvantages of DBMS, database management system. DBMS क्या है? database management system. ठीक है, तो ये तो 2 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन है ऑब्वियसली. वाई? बिकॉज हम लोग का स्टडी मैट में ये डिसएडवांटेजेस आर ओनली two points, that is the cost and the security. So the cost and security are the disadvantages of DBMS. ठीक है, next comes the question, that is there is a difference between, they have asked about a register processor register and the cache memory. It's already very easy, and yes, it is an amendment, it is added. So it was like expected that from amendment they'll ask some question, and this question has been asked. So it's a request that amendment part should be read properly before exam. ठीक है सब लोग. So processor register क्या है, cache memory क्या है, तो यहाँ पर पूरा properly दिया है. It is a high speed memory with units within CPU, and it stores small amounts of data. Here it's a fastest memory built in the computers used, and reduce the average time to access data from the main memory. Then registers are only only thing that processors can operate. Here cache memory is an interface between the CPU and the main storage. Okay? Acha, if you are not able to write this processor and cache memory difference between, then you have an OR question that says that's the last question, that says about explain briefly on any two output controls. This is there in a part of controls. Okay, and in output controls there are 4 parts, and I've just given 4 parts because any 4 you can write, that is storage and logging it of critical forms, printing control, logging it of control output program execution, and report distribution and collection control. Okay. So guys, I guess you have got an idea about how you should have written the answer, and all those who are very confident, just like our channel, subscribe it so that you get a notification on every Wednesday 4 o'clock with some new things and some new updates. Okay, think you want a particular topic to be discussed, you can just give us in a comment box so that we can think of it and get back to you in later sessions. So stay calm, stay safe. Thank you. Bye bye.